everybody, and welcome to our third semi-final for today, our second last semi-final overall. Yes. Okay. If you've been joining us, then you know that they've been fast and furious, but so exciting. My name is Nick Dyson. I'm the CEO and founder of Future Anything, and I am so pumped that you are here for the next 5 teams. I know you're in for a cracking hour of hearing impressive young people sharing impressive ideas. To kick off, I would love to show you something that should look pretty familiar. But whilst you're looking at it, I'd love for you to just take a second and reflect on how old you were when you first saw this map. I would have been 5, and I remember having to map the capital cities to the states. And I'd love to show you another map and maybe ask you to reflect on how old you were when you first saw this. I think I would have been in my late 20s when I saw this for the first time, so almost 2.5 decades after seeing the first map. I love when I work with rooms full of young people though, because the gap between seeing the first map and the second map is so close together. I just want to kick off our session today by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land in which we live, work, play, learn, and create. I'm coming to you from Future Anything headquarters in Meanjin in Brisbane. And so I pay my respects to the Yagara and the Turrbal people, our first innovators and our first entrepreneurs. And so from wherever you are coming to us from this afternoon, I just want to acknowledge and be so grateful that you're joining us today. In fact, if you're joining us, I'd love for you to get involved. Maybe take a selfie, let us know where you are, take a screen grab if you're watching on YouTube, and post it on socials, whether it's Future Anything on Facebook, or tag us on Instagram, or also on Twitter or LinkedIn. If you're using LinkedIn too, we would love to see you supporting our young people this afternoon. Now, today's semi-final is the next stage in our final series for 2023, and this is the culmination of our Activate program, which is our flagship program here at Future Anything. And over the course of a term or a semester, young people have been asked to tackle this mission here, which is to take on the role of entrepreneur and pitch an innovative idea that makes the world a better place. And our students there's about 5,500 young people around the country that have engaged in this program from over 65 schools, stretching all the way from North Queensland down to Tasmania and across in South Australia at the same time. And so from over 270 applications for finals, we somehow managed to whittle those applications down to our top 40 teams. And so across 8 semi-finals, we have 5 teams in each, pitching for 2 spots in our national grand final. And so let's actually meet some of our grand final winners from previous years. In 2018, our national grand final was won by Tanika from Springfield Central State High School. And the idea that she pitched was to tackle a problem that mattered most to her, which was bullying. And the problem was that she'd experienced this in her school and she really wanted to transform this space for others. So she designed school socks that were white above the surface of the shoe, but then she partnered with this cool graffiti artist to create these patterns underneath the shoe line. And the metaphor behind the socks was, you don't know what's underneath the surface. For young people, these shielded socks won our 2018 National Grand Final, and Tanika managed to turn her $2,500 prize money into a $10,500 crowdfunding campaign, which saw her socks manufactured and in uniform shops through schools in the Ipswich corridor, which is pretty incredible. In 2019, Springfield Central State High School went back-to-back, and our winners were Culture Hood. These were 3 young people that stumbled across a statistic that told them that those within the Polynesian community were more likely to see or experience domestic violence than a lot of other cultures. And so shocked by this were these young people that they took these Polynesian designs and printed them down the sleeves of hoodies called Culture Hood. And they sold these hoodies with a portion of the profits going to support victims of domestic violence. In 2020, our winners were from the Sunshine Coast, and 3 young people were looking to revolutionise the shark nets that were killing sea life off their coast. And so they took the technology that exists in wristbands that repel sharks from coming near surfers, and they retrofitted this technology on flotation devices that they dropped off the coast at intervals to create an invisible barrier that they called an aqua shield. And then we skipped to 2021. And our $14,500 prize package went to Chloe from Redcliffe State High School. And when Chloe was 11, her grandparents gifted her a sewing machine. And thinking that she could do something creative with this, she started sewing wheat bags out of these amazing fabrics that really lit people up around her. In fact, the first prototype that she created were these small wheat bags about the size of your palm that she gave to her mum, who was a nurse, and her mum would take them on night shift and heat them up and then put them in her pocket so that they kept her hands warm on night shift. So Chloe won our 2021 National Grand Final, and she's actually working with Moreton Bay Council at the moment to have a youngpreneur market at the end of the year where every single stall holder is a school-aged entrepreneur. So if you're based in the Southeast Queensland region and you have a product and you would like to be involved in that market, please get in touch because we would love to connect you to Chloe. And then we go to last year, and our National Grand Final at the Triffid was taken out by two students from Marymount College. And Jai and Philip pitched their revolution on dog beds. After watching their dog chew every single dog bed that had ever been given, they found an eco-friendly material called Kevlar that was also used in bulletproof vests. And they used this material to create dog beds that were indestructible and eco-friendly at the same time. The total prize package last year was close to $20,000 in prizes and funding. And so the question becomes, we have 5 teams pitching today. Are we about to watch the 2023 National Grand Final winner? We might. So how is today going to work? I'm going to chat to you for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to bring our judges on screen so that you can meet them. Then we will have 5 pitches from our teams before the judges will deliberate and come back to reveal the winners. Now, the structure for today. Each team has 3 minutes to pitch. With 30 seconds to go, the teams will hear this noise. And at the 3-minute timer, the teams will hear this noise, where they will be brutally cut off and not allowed to pitch any longer. At the end of that 3-minute time, the judges will return to the screen and they will have 4 minutes to ask clarifying questions of our young people. At the end of the 5 pitches, we will boot the judges out to deliberate, and they will return and reveal a winner who will go straight through to pitch on stage at our National Grand Final in November. And they will also reveal a runner-up who will go through as a showcase team at our National Grand Final. But the fun doesn't finish there, because whilst our judges are deliberating, if you're watching, you also have a degree of responsibility as well, because you will have the opportunity to vote for your favourite team. At the end of the pitches, we will bring a little slide up that will have a link for you to vote for your favourite team. The team that amasses the most votes will go in the draw for a wildcard entry into the showcase at our grand final. So if you haven't done so, do spread the YouTube link far and wide. Make sure you text message your uncles and your aunties and your grandparents and your sisters, friends, dogs, aunties, brothers, whoever you can get involved to watch today, because in the last round, we saw that it was only a handful of votes that separated the first and second winners in the people's vote. So every person matters. Whew. All right, enough from me. Let's bring our judges on stage and hear from them. Today, we are super thrilled to have Joanne, Christina, and Juanita joining us. So thank you so much for making some time to be here today. Christina, I'm going to throw to you first. Now, I know you're no stranger to a pitch, so you've had a few ideas pitched to you in your time. For you, what's the secret sauce of an idea? Like, what are you going to be really captured by today?
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Nick. I am a big believer in young people, and I created my first social enterprise when I was in my early 20s. So what I'd be looking for today is just that passion, that commitment to actually creating social change, because an idea is going to continue to revamp over and over again. So definitely that passion.
Awesome. Thank you. Joanne, all the way over in WA. So you're a few hours behind us on your side of the country. What are you going to be looking for today from our young people?
Yeah, I think for me, Nick, it's a little bit of story around why this is so important to you personally. I think having a clear sense of purpose and that being really apparent, and also your personal connection to why it's so important. I think that goes a long way in terms of persevering through setbacks, but also bringing a lot of people on board with where you're going with it as well.
Yeah, that personal story is so powerful, right? Like people fall in love with people before they fall in love with a product. Like, so that story can be so powerful. Juanita, over to you. If anybody went to TEDx Brisbane recently, then this is the powerhouse behind that huge brand. So we're just grateful that Juanita's upright for today after putting on such a huge event. Now, again, you're no stranger to an idea. So what are you looking for in today's pitches as well?
Well, I think you've captured it beautifully. The thing that we look for in our speakers at TEDx, but also in our 1-minute pitches, is the potential of the idea. So can you articulate what the idea is, and is it something that you're passionate about that's going to make me passionate about it, but that there is potential to be game-changing, to make a difference in the world with this idea, big or small?
Love that. And we're big believers in potential here, because you can get the support around you to kind of leverage things from there. So that's amazing. Should we crack in? Like, enough from us? Should we just bring our first team in and then jump in? Fantastic. All right. So I'm super thrilled. From Brisbane South State Secondary College, we have Chips joining us. Legends, how are we feeling?
Good.
Loving
Good.
the enthusiasm. Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, we are ready when you are. So you've got 3 minutes on the clock. Why don't you crack in?
Okay. Start.
Yes, start.
Judges, did you know that teenagers and young adults are the biggest consumers of junk food in the world? Next.
Well, we're here to address a growing concern: the soaring consumption of junk food amongst teenagers and young adults. This not only leads to unhealthy eating habits, but it also takes a toll on their mental well-being, self-esteem, and confidence. As a group of passionate entrepreneurs who have personally experienced these issues, we're determined to make a change. Next.
Introducing Chips, our innovative solution to this problem. We've taken the initiative to create a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, putting an end to unhealthy eating habits.
Next, our solution is to create healthy chips, which will be a great substitution to chips such as Smith's and Berry chips. Our chips are very high in protein, making them perfect for active teens. The chips are crafted out of tempeh, which is a traditional Indonesian food made from fermented soybeans. Essentially, our product will help teens start eating healthier, which in turn will boost their mental and physical health. We believe that food brings families and friends together and helps release the mental pressure caused by our daily lives. This is why we are truly passionate about introducing this unique and culture-inspired product to the market. Next.
These are our chips. Next. We are also committed to the health of the environment. Our chips will be packaged in recyclable stand-up pouches, making them a sustainable choice. Next.
Our group has strived to make healthier chips. Our chips are healthy, and they also contain significantly less, and they also cost significantly less compared to Red Rock Deli, with prices which can rise to $7. We have also gotten customer feedback with 95% positive reviews, and we use the feedback to improve our product. Compared to Veggie chips, our chips have a lower sodium content per 100 grams, and they contain more protein. Additionally, our chips contain nutrients such as calcium, iron, and potassium, making them nutrient-packed and not just empty calories. What distinguishes us from other companies is our connection to culture, as we endeavor to bring the flavors of the world to your snack time. Next.
Our commitment to innovation doesn't stop there. We offer highly customizable options utilizing a variety of beans like red, green, and black beans. This allows us to cater for unique tastes and dietary requirements, ensuring there's a chips flavor for everyone. Next.
Our target market is teens and mums, because teens are the main consumers of junk food and are attracted to foods with high protein. And mums, because they enjoy purchasing healthy foods for their kids. They're also more likely to go to the local markets. Next.
We're planning to sell our chips online and at local markets. And as the business grows, we'll start exporting to supermarkets and eventually all over the globe. Next. After careful calculations, we have determined the cost of production for our chips. With a retail price of $5.50, we'll make a $4 profit per bag. We estimate that we need to sell at least 300 bags to break even. Next.
Chips. We bring the world's flavors to your snack time.
Yeah. Wait, that was still on.
I really want one of those chips.
Sorry.
Can you guys pass me one through the camera? Just like, Thanks, team. That's great. Yum. All right, let's go to our judges. Christina, we're going to start with you. Any questions for the team?
Oh yeah, Nick, I think if I was there, I'd definitely want to try a chip. I love the fact that the product actually exists. So well done, team, and the enthusiasm. The question about the price point, you mentioned $5.50 per packet. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Besides looking at your cost structure, like what does that look like compared to other price points? You mentioned there was a deli brand that prices themselves at $7. What about other brands?
So $7 was for Red Rock Deli, and like veggie chips, they have like a deli option, which is $6.50, and normal veggie chips option, which is $4.50. So we decided to price our chips like in the middle at $5.50 to directly compete with our competitors, which are veggie chips.
Awesome. And then I've got one more question, if I could just slot it in. You've obviously done a lot of research regarding how it boosts mental health and physical health as well, and the ingredients. What's the composition of the team, and what kind of advice, if you were surrounded by other people, when it comes to the nutritional aspect of the chip?
Could you repeat that, please? I didn't get the last part, sorry.
So, who advised on the makeup of the chip, if I'm to simplify the question?
So I did the research on the nutritional value for our team. Lewis was the one who actually made the chips though. So he would give me the ingredients and the recipe, and then I'll just go on the internet and then search up how this is healthy and how this is unhealthy.
Yep. We are also going to consult like food scientists to like improve the chip more. Like, yeah, we have an appointment on Sunday.
Awesome. Thanks, team.
Christina's skating on thin ice because she's already now asked 2 questions, so she'll miss out on the next round because she's broken the rules in her first crack. So Joanne, you're up.
Awesome. My question is, thanks for the passion, boys. I love the pitch and the idea. It was around where are you sourcing your ingredients from, and what environmental impact will that have, if any?
So we're sourcing our ingredients from like local farmers. There's one farmers in Toowoomba, I'm pretty sure. They basically sell soybeans, and 25 kilos, we buy it for $40. So, and we also source our packaging from an Australian-based website called Paxlane, and they sell recyclable packaging, which is also very sustainable for the environment.
Great answer. Thanks, guys.
Juanita.
Thanks, guys. Great pitch. Quick question. How important is it to you that your product is culturally distinct compared to the competitors?
It's very important to us because me personally, I'm Indonesian, and like I feel like a lot of people like they're not really aware of like the wonderful foods that we have in Indonesia. So I feel like we want to like spread that cultural awareness and be different compared to other companies.
Yeah. I'm also very passionate about this because I'm Vietnamese and Malaysian, but I don't know of any like traditional chips that we have in our country that are necessarily healthy or unhealthy. So when Lewis came up to me with this idea, I was like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, well, as Lewis said earlier, food brings people together, and like I believe that like we need something that sort of to unite us all.
Thanks, team. Great work. All right, team number 1, well done for going first. You can now chill out and relax. And our second team we have coming to us from Bowen State High School, Custom Catches. So we're heading a little bit north in order to have this team join us today. How are we feeling, everybody? Feeling ready? We've got Gabriel, Hugo, and Riley. Feeling pumped?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, legends, we are ready when you are ready. Also loving the shirt. Very flash. Okay, ready when you are.
Good afternoon, judges. We are Custom Catches, a business that helps to solve the problem of plastic pollution. Our names are Hugo, Gabby,
And Riley. And we are the founders of Custom Catches.
When we were younger, and even still now, we got to keep an eye out when walking through the creek to make sure we don't trample on an old lure.
Next slide, please.
So, as a team, we make biodegradable lures that are designed to keep our ocean safe and the animals in it healthy. But you are all probably wondering, how are we going to manage it?
Well, truth is, we can't change the world, not by ourselves. We may have come up with an idea, but we need your support.
So to help our business and the environment, you must buy our biodegradable lures.
Next, please.
The tails of our lures are made to be 100% biodegradable. However, they are strong and will last.
These lures are built to last 8 to 12 weeks once submerged.
To buy our product, it is as simple as buying it from our website or market store.
Then you take our lure to your favorite fishing spot and customize the hook to suit your occasion. But why choose us?
Well, our business is the best way to guarantee that you will get the best lure for the right purpose.
We, unlike other businesses, offer you a biodegradable lure that is tough and very effective, just to match your fishing demands.
Our jig heads are suited for creek, open water, and reef fishing.
Next slide, please.
We have taken feedback aboard our prototypes and adjusted the concentration of ingredients in the lures to give a perfect flick as it flies over your shoulder into the ocean.
Alongside our prototype, we have spent countless hours developing our online store so that every person worldwide can experience our lures and save one of the most diverse environments in the world.
Next slide, please.
Our business has competitors, biobait and alternate fishing lures. However, the reasons we are better than our competitors is because we are passionate entrepreneurs who want to make a difference.
And we all grew up near the water, meaning we know all the horrible impacts plastic has on the environment, and we want to limit that.
Next, please. Lastly, as any company striving for success should be, we are open-minded and are always trying to make our lures the best they can be.
We believe the best way of doing so is by seeking the opinions of people that are out there on the water, putting our lure through its paces, our customers.
This is why we will attach a feedback slip to all of our orders, the one that's on the screen. Eventually, our business making the feedback slip a QR code.
A quote our organisation stands by: change your lure, change the world. As you can see, we have invested countless hours into the prototypes to ensure you get a superior lure to the market.
Next slide, please.
Our business aims to target every fisher, whether they are only beginners or they have been fishing their whole lives.
Like us.
This is because we know that the problem is world changing, and one more bit of plastic that enters our ocean might destroy it entirely.
Next slide, please. So, through our experience of getting to the stage, we believe.
Oh, so close, team. Well done. I'll invite our judges back on screen. Excellent pitch. Juanita, we'll start with you.
Thank you so much, guys. Quick question, great pitch. What is your hardest problem or the challenge you're finding? Because I come from a family of diehard fisher people who know exactly what lure they want to use. What is the hardest challenge in getting somebody to make the switch?
Well, I think it's all about persuading them that our lure can do exactly what the other lures can do, but it has better impacts on the environment.
And most soft-bodied plastics are sold individually, whereas ours are sold with 3 separate types of jig heads to customize for the right occasion.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Great work, team. Joanne, over to you.
Well, I just love that you showed us the molds and that you've actually made these things and got them out there. I'm interested to know, have you tested them with anyone or got any feedback from some potential?
We have tested them out a bit, and we have found they swim well in the water, they stay to the line really good, and it's easy to reel in. You can see all the movement works fine. But something to definitely work on is just finding the right sort of consistency in some of the ingredients, just to help it move a bit better throughout the water.
And some of our mates have also been asking if they could try our lures. So after we
Amazing.
Yeah. Great work, team. Christina's still in the naughty corner, guys. So you've just got the 2 questions. Well done. Give them a round of applause for our second team. Excellent work. All right, we're heading to the Sunshine Coast, and we have from St. Andrews Anglican College, we have Marine Clean Boat Pod joining us. You are on. We're ready when you are.
Judges, we bring you the Marine Clean Boat Pod. Our plan is to design a bin for boats that prevents garbage from falling out into the waterways, therefore reducing pollution. We feel strongly about protecting the ocean while there is still time, and this is a profitable and environmentally friendly solution, as the bins will be made from recyclable plastics as well. Next one, please.
Our bin is solving the urgent problem of plastic pollution in the waterways. Did you know that 100 million marine animals are killed every year due to plastic pollution? This is why our eco bin is a smart investment. The bin will be a safe way of storing rubbish. As we already know, the waterways need our assistance as they become more polluted every year.
Next one, please. This problem affects us because we love the marine life and underwater flora and fauna. This leads us to believe that the best way to protect the marine life is to help stop plastics and other rubbish from getting into the ocean. We are all marine enthusiasts that spend a lot of our time on the water, fishing and snorkeling, so this also really affects us. Next one, please.
As visible, our logo shows the marine clean text over a sea turtle. The turtle represents the environment and ocean that we're aiming to protect, and the text represents our design that we're trying to accomplish with this. Next slide. The Marine Clean Boat Pod will be a sealable tub that sucks to the side of your boat so it remains stable. There will be 2 sizes of bins available. The bin will have a suction-tight lid like a Tupperware container, meaning the lid will remain in place so no debris and litter can fly out. Next slide.
After conducting thorough research on platforms like Amazon and Alibaba, we've determined that pricing our small bin at $20 and our large bins at $30 is a sensible approach to achieve a reasonable and profitable margin. Small bins will cost $11.90 to make, so this is a reasonable margin. The large bins will cost $15.05 to make, so pricing them at $30 makes them a similar margin. We will start by building the products in our garage, then build up to bigger premises.
Next slide, please. We've decided to donate 5% of all our profits to Team C's, because for every dollar donated, £1, which is 0.45 kilos of rubbish, is removed from the waterways. We believe this is a good cause that will put us one step closer to clean waterways in the future.
Next slide. This design from Northside Marine is like ours with this design. It is a solution to the same problem that we have. It's also designed for tinnies or other small watercraft. Next slide. Their product seems like a great idea for some boats. However, they do not have an alternate design if this product doesn't fit certain boats. For example, our product has an alternative option for if the bin doesn't fit the side of the boat. All boats have different dimensions, so this bin's hook may be the wrong thickness, meaning it can't clip to the side of the boat. Next slide.
We're asking for $2,500 for 25% of our company. This money will be used for getting the materials to start up our business and the premises to build the products until we get a steady income.
Thank you for your time.
Slick timing. And well, thank you for your time. So Cooper, Jake and Maddie, we're so thrilled to have you here, and our judges are just joining us now, which is awesome. Joanne, a question from you first.
So my question is, have you engaged with any boat owners or stakeholders, and what feedback have you got so far?
So Jake and I actually are boat owners ourselves. We spend a lot of time out on the water, and we actually have rubbish when we go out, and we have to use stuff like our bait tanks, which we could be using for other things because we don't have one of these yet and we can't find them in stores. We've also got friends who have the same problem and end up having to fill other spaces that they could be using for other materials and products they have in their boat. So we feel like this is a very suitable product for a lot of fishermen and people who just take their boat out regularly.
I'd have a follow-on. I didn't put it in because Nicole's been very strict.
It's true. You can't. Otherwise, you'll be put in the naughty corner like Christina, who's only just being released. Christina, over to you.
Oh, thanks, Nick. The $2,500, what's the plan in terms of raising that money?
So basically, we might start a GoFundMe or some way to be able to start our business. Maybe some people can donate who feel the same sort of problem as us, but that
crowdfunding.
Yeah. So the money that we're asking for, which is $2,500, will help us be able to get our first products off the line and start getting a profit so we can keep expanding our business.
Thanks, team.
Great work. Juanita, over to you.
Great presentation, guys. Quick question. You've identified that there's another potential competitor who has a product in the market, but it's not as adaptable as the one you're planning. What is going to be so special about yours that if they go, hang on a second, these guys are really good, that they can't quickly adapt to what you've done?
So our bin has an alternative design. It basically, if you don't have a side of a boat where the bin can actually stick to it, you can actually stick it on the ground and there's a separate lid on the bin, so it's facing like upwards. So you have you can put the bin in multiple locations on your boat. So if it can't stick to the side, if your boat's dimensions don't fit that way, you can stick it somewhere else in your boat. And the other product, the product we're up against, theirs actually has like a hook that hooks to the side of your boat. And we've all been out on various boats and they all have different dimensions. So whether that hook fits your boat or not.
And when you say they could adapt, our price range is actually a lot better than other products we've also seen out there. Meaning if they're gonna copy it, they're gonna have to get their resources from somewhere else or lower their profit range because our one is better profitable.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, very comprehensive responses. Well done, team. Excellently maneuvered around the judges' questions. You guys can rest easy for a bit, and we're going to head down to South Australia to Cardine College, and we have Plant Your Mind joining us today. Alyssa and Brooke, how are you feeling?
Thank you.
Good? Feeling ready? Feeling pumped?
Yeah.
Feeling nervous?
Yes, definitely.
That's okay. Use that nervous energy because it's just a sign that you really care. So we're super pumped to hear your pitch. You've got 3 minutes on the clock. Ready when you are.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Brooke and this is Alyssa. We are the founders of Plant Your Mind. Next slide. Brooke and I both had experiences with mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and more. During our struggles, we both found similar interests in plants. Buying and caring for plants brought us happiness, mindfulness, and was something to take our minds off everything else. We know this problem is worth solving as these struggles can lead to problems or health issues if not solved when they first begin. Next slide, please. Plant Your Mind aims to sell indoor plants to teens dealing with mental health struggles. An article published by the National Library of Medicine suggests that plants reduce psychological and physiological stress. The plants sold go to great causes, as 20% of all proceeds go to mental health organisations such as Kids Helpline. Plant Your Mind also offers open horticultural therapy classes, such as coconut classes with mental health professionals. We also offer horticultural classes. These classes are held in the heart of Adelaide, planting native plants in urban areas and connecting teams that have similar interests. Next slide. Our plants are sold with care tips on plantable seed paper. The tips are for both you and your plant. When purchasing our products, you are given the option to purchase these care tips according to your mental health struggle. We encourage customers to plant these tips in urban areas once they're finished with them, as this will help to reduce urbanisation. A similar idea is being done in Melbourne, as native plants are being placed in cities and urban areas. Next slide, please. Horticultural therapy is well known, and a number of other businesses have the same idea. What makes Plant Your Mind different is a customisable option, giving our customers the choice of care tips and plants. We are based online and have in-store purchasing options. Next slide. Since starting Plant Your Mind, we have set up 3 different social media platforms such as Instagram pages, TikTok pages, and a Threads account. The mentioned social media platforms are popular within teenagers, which helps us reach our target audience. So far, we've reached nearly 600 people on one of our platforms alone. Next slide, please. The listed prices above are a rough idea of what startup prices for Plant Your Mind would be. Realistically, the startup prices will be at least double the amount we are asking for. Next slide. To launch Plant Your Mind, we are asking for funding, partnerships, and for people to share our business around, as this would help make our launch smoother. It would create a larger population of people who know about Plant Your Mind, and we are asking for $5,500 to begin our business. Next slide. Plant Your Mind, where growth and healing begins. Thank you.
Congratulations. Oh, didn't even need all the time, just like mic down, smashed it. So we'll invite the judges back to the stage. And Juanita, I'm going to throw to you first. Curly question for the team.
Great presentation, guys, and I love the thought behind it. Quick question. Have you factored in, I assume you're looking to do this across Australia and not just locally. So how big a problem or challenge will shipping play in that? In that I've had plants, native plants shipped to me from different parts around Australia. And the shipping is painful.
Yeah, so I've actually seen quite a few like plant stores from like America and that they ship like obviously nationally everything. But if we were to ship like nationally, we would do our plants in bubble wrap as well as cotton. So if you put cotton between the leaves and stuff, it tends to help with like the shape of the plant, so then it's not all squashed up when you get your plant.
Thank you.
Christina.
Thank you. Great pitch, ladies. I saw that in your products and services section, it's selling the plants, but you're also thinking about the therapy side as well. So I just wanted to, this is more a clarifying question. Will you have facilitators that need to be certified in some way to deliver that therapy? And have you factored in that cost?
Yeah, we kind of thought about it. That's one of our things that if we were to go further in this, we'd do a bit more research on it.
Further development in where we would find these professionals and how we would find a source of income to have the profit for them as well.
Cool. So it could be a phase 2.
Yeah.
That was a statement, Nicole, not a question.
I got it. Yep, you're safe so far. But we're going to Joanne, who's itching to push at the edges. So
it's a little bit related. My question is, what research have you done, or what evidence is there to show that the horticultural therapy is effective at solving some of those mental health issues?
Well, personally, we both know that horticultural therapy is something that's helped both of us with our mental health issues. And we did a survey around our store and local area as well, where many people, I think 90% said that horticultural therapy is something they're interested in and something that has helped them as well. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much, girls.
Great work, team. All right, you can rest easy. Maybe go and get a plant and kind of nurture it for a few minutes while we get some horticulture therapy for a moment, because we're rolling right through. I cannot believe it, but we're actually queuing up for, gosh, our last pitch. Can you believe that we're here? So we're heading to Queensland Academies of Health Sciences. We've got Popsulitis with us, Amarit, Lena, and Serena. How are you feeling?
Good.
Did I get the pronunciation of the names right?
Yes.
Okay, we're good to go. All right, legends, we're so excited to hear your pitch, so we're ready when you are.
Thank you. Next slide. You're starting at a new school in the middle of term. You have no one to talk to and no one to sit with. But all of a sudden, someone reaches out their hand and says, "Hey, want to be friends?" But how many of us have actually experienced a helping hand in such lonely and vulnerable times? Our Popsulitis can become that hand with one simple snap of the wrist. Next.
In Australia, 1 in 3 children aged 10 to 11 have experienced bullying. Such experiences can link traumatic emotions to a place where we spend most of our childhood, and this ultimately causes children to end up losing their self-esteem. Next.
But how could a simple blue highlighter in the shape of twin popsicles help with any of this? Our Popsulitis can be separated by the Velcro tape on the side, encouraging students to share or trade with a friend. With a successful trading comes for a demand of polite manners and good relationships. Our product hopes to become that perfect opportunity for children to connect with people they've never really talked to before and encourage safe social relationships from early on. Next.
What sets us apart from regular highlighters is our story of inclusion behind the simplicity of the design. Furthermore, we plan to make the ink inside random, giving students a sense of excitement when they open their Popsulitis. Additionally, our Popsulitis will come with collectible positive notes that students will give students a small something that brightens their day. Next.
We can further expand our product by creating a variety of colors. We can also expand further in the stationery industry to include pencils, erasers, pens, and many more. Furthermore, we plan on releasing folders where they can store their positive messages and keep safe if they wish to look back on them. Next.
Before selling individual sets, we plan on selling bulk orders to schools with each set worth $8 and receive feedback during the startup stage. Each set will cost $4.28 to produce. This leaves us with a profit margin of $3.72. Once we open a general sale, each set will be sold at $10 to allow bulk orders and at-school purchases to have benefits. General sale units will give us a profit margin of $5.72. Next.
We plan to sell our products in schools through school book packs that students will receive at the start of the year. We will set up stalls during lunch times and school fairs and have the school announce our arrival on assemblies and school intranets. Although the users are primarily young students, our customers are the parents, so we will build a strong Instagram presence to attract them. We plan on investing 100% of our profits back into the company. Once we sell enough units, we can open a website for general sale. Next.
We would love to reach out to organizations such as Scholastic Book Club to promote and sell a product. It is a popular event within primary schools. Furthermore, we hope to work with high school and university student ambassadors that have experienced school bullying to provide a personal connection to the cause and spread the word of our product far and wide through social media platforms and at schools.
Together, we can increase inclusivity and positivity amongst young students. School bullying will become a thing of the past, one purchase at a time. Share
the happiness
with
our
our
popsuliters. Thank you.
Perfectly timed, team. Well done. Do you want to, while the judges are coming up, do you want to bring your prototype a little bit closer to the screen just so that the judges can see, because that can be helpful for them from a visual point of view, which is great. Excellent. And Christina, over to you.
Thank you. And I love the role playing at the beginning. It definitely made me pay attention. What do you see as the biggest risk when it comes to this product? And yeah, let's leave it at that. I'm very conscious.
I think the biggest risk of this product is we are primarily targeting young students, so that can, I guess, limit our audience. And also because the customers are the parents, and the parents will be paying money for this, so it's not directly the kids paying. So we have to convince the parents on top of convincing the kids that our products are cool.
Perfect.
Great recognition of the dual market there. That's great. Joanne, over to you.
Have you convinced your friends, and what feedback have they given you?
So we've actually pitched our idea to multiple people, and they really seem to enjoy the idea. But in terms of testing, since the situation is so specific, it's like new people have to meet. We haven't really been able to test it, but we have gotten positive feedback from people we've shared our idea with.
Right, thank you.
Awesome. Juanita, over to you.
Thanks so much. Great pitch, guys. And I agree. The demonstration at the start was fantastic. A quick question. How are you going to convince people that this is needed on top of things that might already be existing in schools or in primary schools, such as friendship benches and, you know, other programs that they have? How does this add, or what is the difference that makes it something that they should add in on top of what already exists?
Our popsuliters, they come with random ink, so you won't know. That's sort of like the excitement, and that's sort of like the unique selling point. In terms of like convincing, we plan to open up social media accounts, so like Instagram, primarily for parents and even young students, because in this day and age, even young students are all over social media. And we also plan to like go to schools and I guess do presentations, because when we were in primary school and middle school, we tend to see a lot of people come in and like do this sort of presentations. So we would like to also do that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great work, team. Excellent work closing out this round for our semi-final. So we're actually going to pass the onus of responsibility over onto the judges now, because we're going to bid them farewell as they dive into our deliberation room to duel it out and choose a winner and a runner-up. I know it's going to be so tough for them because all of those pictures were outstanding. So we will wave them goodbye whilst they depart. And excitedly, we're also just opening the people's vote. So if you're watching, now is your opportunity to vote for the team that you love the most. Now, you'll have about 5 minutes to cast your vote. So do so fast and furious. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes with the judges' verdicts, as well as the winner of our people's votes. See you soon. You can tell a lot about a judging panel by how long it takes them in the Zoom room. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in that conversation. But what happens in the judging room stays in the judging room. So now we're all here. Who is going to reveal? Is it one person for both or two people, one each?
It is moi, Nicole.
Excellent. All right. Christina, I'm curious to know, before you reveal, could you give us a small capture on maybe some of the conversations that were had without revealing team names?
Definitely. So there was like a tiebreaker at the end. We've really had to the very last second, figure out who our winner and our runner-up was, because we thought the ideas weren't just great. There was so much potential to be worked on, and we could see with the initial investment they would be able to, especially with the feedback as well. I think multiple we saw across the board, they would be willing to take on feedback, iterate on their product, and then relaunch. So potential was great. The social, environmental, cultural side was great across the board as well. And in terms of the teams, we could see so much enthusiasm. They knew about their products. They were so great with their Q&A as well. So it was really hard as a decision across the judging panel.
Well, I'm not sorry about that. Like, how good that it was difficult, that we have such high caliber teams involved in this round. However, unfortunately, we can't award the win to everyone. So I want to hear who got runner-up. This is the team that will go through as a showcase finalist in our national grand final. Who is our runner-up today?
Should I just name them?
Oh, I didn't hear it if you did.
Oh no, should I just name them, Nicole?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
All right, so the one that we chose as our runner-up is Marine Clean Boat Pod.
Oh, well done, St. Andrews. Excellent work. Team going through the showcase team at the grand final.
Really
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, team. We're very excited for you and thrilled that we'll have you at our grand final. Congratulations.
We'll see you there. Thank you.
Wicked. All right, Christina, to reveal the winner. Now, this team will be pitching on stage at the national grand final. What's the verdict?
The verdict, there was a cultural element, there was a social element, and I, as a mum, would purchase this product. Chips.
Brisbane South! Going through as a pitching team at the grand final.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I think they might be excited.
Let's go. No.
There's some good celebration.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, team. You will be taking the stage at our national grand final next month. Well done.
It's so good, bro. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations. We're thrilled to have you involved. Now, whilst you were deliberating in the judging room, the people's voting was fast and furious. And for a period of time, there was like a matter of votes separating first and second place. But I can reveal that the winner of the people's vote with the most votes for this round is Popsalitis from the Melbourne Academy of Health Sciences. Yay!
It's
Congratulations, team.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, you have to wait a little bit longer to find out if you're through as a showcase team, but you're in with a hot chance now after winning the people's vote. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, fast and furious hour. Just a huge thank you to our judges, Christina, Joanne, and Juanita, for carving out an hour of your time to spend it with our young people today. We really appreciate your energy and your expertise and your passion for our young entrepreneurs. So thank you.
Thanks for having us, Nick.
My pleasure. Excellent. Well, time is flying when you're having fun, and we have one semi-final left. However, if you would like to join us at the grand final, tickets are open. It's on Monday, the 20th of November. You can join us in person in Brisbane at the Triffid, or if you're somewhere else in the world and you would like to tune in, you can join the live stream. The physical tickets will sell out. We are at over 50% of tickets sold, so I suspect this will happen sooner rather than later. So if you'd like to join us on the night, please jump in and grab your tickets so that you don't miss out. If you had a good time, don't worry. In 30 minutes, we have our final semi-final. There are 5 teams left vying for the last couple of spots in our national grand final. So if you're keen to see a little bit more, we'll see you in 30 minutes. Thank you.